Hey guys, make sure to join the Discord and submit your tunes. I already have 4 submissions. I hope everybody who submitted is here. Let me just tag them and see if they actually are in the chat. No, he's not here, but I'll listen to his song anyway, and you can just catch it on the video when it gets uploaded to my channel. Let me just download it. Chaos in Mein Hoofd. Does not look like it's been mastered. Let me just grab a span and a Pro Q3. This is like a really high tempo track.
Can I get a hole, y'all?
Oh, looks like we have a donation. Hey. Thanks, Vincent. Really appreciate it. I think so far it sounds like what, the mix is fine. I just wish it was like at least, you know, limited a bit. I think the kick might be lacking a bit of top end. flap could probably be turned down a tiny bit and made a bit wider, I think. I think that ARP sounds a bit dry. I'd maybe add a bit of reverb to it. Yeah, I think this break gets a bit repetitive. I think if you like automated reverb like mix amount, then you could like start to fade the ARP out. It gets wetter and wetter and wetter, and then just as the drop hits, you can bring it back down, the mix amount. And it'll already make it sound a bit more interesting. And maybe add some sub to the break, like at least for a bit of the break, and then start fading it back out before the kick comes back in. So like if I just showed you an example with the reverb thing, I think it would make quite a big difference. Take something like Shimmer. And you just automate this through this section. Make sure you do it right before the drop. Bring it up quite high. Something like that, but like maybe even higher. Yeah, you see what I mean? So just so that it's not as like dry and the same throughout here. And that thing that you did over here, removing the kick and then bring it back in, that's cool. But then when it comes back in, I would expect something new to happen here. So maybe like you can just add like a very like background noise, like a string or something that just comes in and makes this section more different to this one. And maybe in this section you can change the like bass progression. Yeah, maybe just try a different progression over here just to switch things up and give people a surprise. Another thing that's cool is if you just hold out the same first note for like 8 bars or 16 bars and then you bring in a new progression. That kind of, it's almost like a big tension and release. Yeah, I think mostly you just need to work on creating more variations, like adding in new instruments and removing some, because these sections all just feel like they're copy pastes of each other. Like it doesn't feel like there's much of a difference between this and this section. Yeah, I think all these sections are pretty much exactly the same. So try and make each one of them unique. And it can be quite easy to do that if you just add like, you know, a background instrument into one of them and then a different background instrument into another. Maybe change the ARP up slightly just by like a few notes here and there. Change the filter amounts. Try different waveforms and stuff. Just try and create more variation. Cool, thanks for sending that in. Really appreciate it. And yeah, thanks so much for the donation. Okay, so next up is Strix123. Or Snowlean. Is he here? Is he in the chat? Let's check. Oh damn, it started already. Hang on. Turn this up. Then download. Yeah, there is. Oh, sorry, that's being warped. Really like these chords already. I think the ARP sound could have maybe a bit of delay on it or something. I like how you've played with the filter and kind of like moved that around, so that's good. And the kick. I would just try a few other kicks. And yeah, and just see if there's something that fits better. There's nothing really wrong with this one. It might be lacking a bit of top end, like a bit of a click. It almost sounds like there's no click. But don't put too much click. I hate it when there's a lot of click. This one has almost nothing. It's just like a bump. That's really pretty. I love how that started fading in. It's like really nice, and it sort of syncopates with the rhythm of the track really nicely. Really beautiful. The only thing I'm noticing quite a lot mix-wise is that this seems to have a bit too much of this range. I think it sounds better like that. Yeah, I think it's definitely too much of this 200, like 180 to 200 around there. So just on that specific like plucky sound, I would just give it a bit of a dip over here. I think in this section you could add in like some more hats and make them a bit louder. And I would probably add a clap into this section. I don't know if you've done it in this one, we'll find out. So I really like the composition of this, and all the chords and the melodies and arps and stuff sound really nice, but I think it's lacking mostly in the drums. The drums are just really basic. You know, I think I would add like some, like an offbeat hat and a clap or a snare or something, and like really just spend a lot of time like building out a nice full set of drums. Because this is a dance track, you know, so you need to put a lot more focus on the drums, making them, you know, groove nice and sound big and full. But otherwise, yeah, it's really, really pretty track. Ooh, who's next? Do I check the YouTube chat also? Yes, I do. I've been reading it. Okay. This guy. Malte Schmidt. 1n8 plus half. That's some like maths thing. It sounds like there's like almost no sub in the kick and it's all just click. Let's just put a low pass on this. Okay, so there is some sub in the kick, but the actual sub is overpowering it quite a lot. So I would turn down the sub and sidechain it more, I would say. I'm not really a fan of the whole like stuttering the bass kind of sound. I'd definitely change that kick for something not so top end heavy. I think it would be nice to have the bass like harmonizing with something else over here. It's like a melody or something, an arp or I don't know, some chords or something. Because at the moment, like bass line just on its own like this isn't very compelling, I don't think. I think if you sidechain everything to that kick a bit more, I don't know if there's any sidechain. I can't really hear it. Yeah, I think it'll clean up the mix a lot if you do that. Definitely turn down the kick and try and change it for something else less clicky. And those like chords, this pad that you have going is fighting a lot with the bass. So you need to just high pass the pad a bit to make room for the bass. Okay, cool. Yeah, thanks for sending that in. You said it was your first track, so yeah, just keep on practicing, learn about sidechaining, and then yeah, just keep practicing and you'll improve. Thanks for sending it in. Okay, Moi Music. What did he say here? Hey man, been a long-time admirer of the channel and was wondering whether you could give some feedback on this. It's very rough and any help would be greatly appreciated. No master. Did he give a download? Yeah. Luck, how I send. I assume you mean how I send. It's written on the screen. You should just submit your track in the Discord server and it says invite link in the description. Nice atmosphere. Yeah, it's really nice, like ambient sounds. I think the kick fits. Maybe I would try like low pass the kick a bit in this section and then open it up in this section. And Malta in the chat says he didn't like it. Don't feel discouraged, man. I'll show you guys my first track. I still have it somewhere. And it's like, I think it's like super long, and it's probably like 9 minutes long or something. And it's like 9 minutes of just the most repetitive sound. It's just awful. I don't know if I want to show it, but it's like, yeah, 9 minutes of hell. I think I'll put you through the full 9 minutes. I'm not sure if it's 9 minutes long, but it was really bad. Like really, really bad. And I thought it was great. Like when I finished it, I was like, this is it. I've made it. I can quit my job. This is going to be #1 on the radio. And yeah. But it was shit. And I needed somebody to tell me that it was shit. And then I sat down and practiced and practiced and practiced and practiced. But don't feel discouraged. You should feel motivated to improve. Yeah, I think this track sounds really nice, but I think the same with, was it not the last one, the one before? It's just lacking a bit in the drums. I feel like the drums could just take it to the next level if you really like put a lot of effort into them. And I mean, they don't have to be super loud or anything. They just have to fit the style of the track. And right now, I feel like just having a kick and a hat is just, it's not enough. I mean, yeah, there's also percussion, but I would just have, I don't know, I'd have to sit down and play with it myself, but I feel like the drums are lacking. That's all I can really say. Yeah, that clap sound is really nice. I like that. It's a good addition. Thanks so much for the donation, Jacob. Really appreciate it. Coffee to the roaster. Yep, we're roasting some coffee today. Yeah, I really love that clap. It fits so nicely. Great choice. Really nice work, man. I enjoyed that. Really nice and chilled. And the drums in this section are quite an improvement. I feel like, you could make these drums even more full and then sort of spice these ones up a bit more, because these ones are like quite basic sounding. Cool. How long has it been since Jules started producing? I started in 2015. I think it was like near the end of the year. So yeah, about almost 5 years. But I was like really obsessed when I started. Like I was making, in every minute of free time I was sitting there producing. So like on my way to work I'd be I had like a 1 hour train ride to work and an hour back every day. So those 2 hours I was always producing, and then I'd get home, have dinner, and then produce all evening and repeat pretty much every day for like the next, it was like 3 years. And then pretty much went full, started doing like production full time in my 4th year. So just get really obsessed with it, do it a lot, and you'll notice you'll improve a lot, especially in your first year. Cool. Poor Wombat redo. Kind of afraid of this. What is it gonna be? It's just like, it's definitely not a full song. Let's see. Yeah, not bad so far. Okay, well, I mean, the kick and the little click thingy, snap, they sound nice. I think the snap is maybe a little bit too loud. That vocal sound, I'm not really a fan of the rhythm that it's playing. I think you could. So where I would place it is, at the moment it's hitting between the kicks, like between the beats. And like if you had it playing like sort of a dotted rhythm instead, so have it just playing on the beat before the kick, kind of, and then the following beat you would have it like halfway between the kicks, so just before and then halfway, to play like that that like I don't know how to describe it, like the doom 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 kind of rhythm. Does that make sense? I don't know if it does. But otherwise it seems like just the start of an idea, so I can't really give much more feedback than that. I think the sounds that you've chosen are nice, and atmosphere sounds like it'll work well. Okay, cool. Who's next? Wait, have we done this already? Okay, I think that's the same track, is it? Yeah, it sounds like the same track. And next one. Why is it not dragging across? Is it not downloaded? Am I being spastic? What the hell's going on? That's really weird. Maybe if I drag it from the browser. What is it called? The Rhythm V1. Oh, there we go. It says it may be corrupt or not licensed. Can we listen? No, I'll just have to listen to it through here. There's too much going on in the like lower mids. It sounds very resonant. Yeah, that like ARP sound is too loud, I think. It's very, very resonant, so I would just try and look around, 200 to 500 and see where it's peaking out and just tame it a bit. Mostly mix issues I'm hearing now, so like things sound not very well balanced, like volume wise. Like I can hear there's some kind of like drum or snare in the background. I can't really hear it, so it sounds like that needs to come to the front of the mix more. And then over here, the plug gets really loud. And then the kind of like all the energy just disappears over here. You can barely hear the hats, so I'd turn those up. I think the vocal needs to be louder and like more at the front of the mix, and the bass needs to be turned down, especially over here. Your vocal most of the time should be the loudest part of the mix, unless it's like, you know, a vocal chop that's like in the background of the track. But if there's actually like something being said, like actual lyrics, then it should be at the front of the mix and be the loudest part of the track. Tambourine sounds nice. Honestly, the ideas are good, but it's just the mix is quite off, like in terms of balance. So just work on that. Watch some tutorials on like how to get a good level mix down, and just try out a few techniques and just keep practicing. Yeah, and also just try referencing a song that, you know, sounds similar to yours. Find a professional song that sounds like same sort of genre, and then just drag it into your track and A/B between them, and just listen. What are the differences? Like, how loud are they? Is their bass? How loud is their sub? And just compare it to yours, and that'll help you mix. Okay, cool. Hi, Jules. Thanks for giving us the opportunity to put some tracks in here. I'd love to hear your thoughts on a track I'm currently working on. Thanks again, mate. Cool. Okay, another day. kick sounds nice. I like all the Foley in the background, that sounds good. Very nice atmosphere. I love that bass progression too, it fits really nicely. Really nice ARP. Love it. The only thing I just noticed was the vocal sounds a bit resonant over here. Where is it? I think it's that one. Just be tamed a bit. Yeah, that's where I'd probably do it. You can't see me, but my head's bopping. This composition so far is really good. I like how much variation there is, like how you've taken the ARP here and now it's low passed to make things change. Atmosphere is really nice. Only thing I'd like to hear is in this section is like a counter melody. In my head, like a bell kind of synth, like an FME bell kind of synth. I don't know if you know Fourware by Deadmau5, but the lead sound that he has in there is kind of like what I'm imagining in my head. Yeah, I like the bass sound, but I think the decay is too short. Like it cuts out too quickly. I think it should be a bit more sustained, the cutoff envelope. Yeah, so this counter melody is really nice. Bet you could put it in here, maybe on a different synth or on the same one, and then just like fade it out, and then you don't have it in this section and it comes back over here. Like that sort of a layout is very common. I hear it a lot. So that synth plays through here, and then in this section it doesn't play, and then it comes back. Good work, man. Really well done. I enjoyed that. I'll give you a follow. Thank you so much for the feedback. I shall donate as soon as I'm next paid. Thank you. Nice to hear a South African accent. Oh yes. Hey. Here's organ. Organ. Oh, no download. Nice interesting sounds there. Yeah, I think the kick is like has no top end on it, but it fits quite well. So good job in the sound selection there. That like clappy kind of sound, I think I would turn that down a bit. The vocal can also come down a bit in volume, I think. Just like 2 dB or something. And just like for my taste, I think the sidechain is a bit too deep. Like, you can hear it cutting out the vocal quite harshly. So maybe, I don't know, put the vocal on in a different sidechain group and just don't make it like 100% sidechain, just, I don't know, 50% or something, or 70%. Yeah, so some nice sound selection there. Interesting vocal, interesting sounds. I don't really have much to say other than I think that sidechain is a bit too deep. Yeah, nice little tune. Good work. Okay. Griefson. Let's see. Oh, we can download the file. Okay. Yeah, that's a nice thick boy. Is it mastered though? Doesn't look like it is. Maybe the it just looks sausaged over here. Maybe it's like a pre-master or something. As you can see, it's kind of like not completely flat, and it's not hitting 0 dB, I don't think. Have you just shortened the kicks here? It sounds almost like a different kick. I think the kick and sub need work. Like they're doesn't feel like they're separated enough. Like they're kind of blending into each other, and I can't really tell, you know, the kick sub from the actual normal sub. I think the clap is like very harsh in the sort of like above 10K. Yeah, I think that clap just doesn't fit this tune at all. I think you should just try a different clap. It sounds like it's just like mainly top end. There's no like beef to the clap. That bass line kind of sound, I think it's your bass line, that dim, 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 starts to feel repetitive, so I'd maybe just try and change up the rhythm every once in a while, and also just play with the filter a bit, filter it in and out. Getting released. Is it mastered though? Like, if I just put a it's not even hitting the max. Yeah, it could be limited more, but anyway, I wouldn't, it doesn't really matter about the mastering. I think mostly if I could spend, you know, if you can spend another few hours on this and just try and adjust the mix, like rebalance it, and just change out that clap. And just look at variating the bass line and stuff. But if not, if it's actually scheduled and you're going to release it, then yeah, there's not much I can do to help you. Okay. Okay, so this guy's got 2 here. Yeah, we can do a second one now because there's no more. Let's have a listen. Also, shout out to Chris Heaney, the real OG. He's watching the stream. Yeah, I like the portamento on those chords, and the sounds are really nice, and I think I also like the progression quite a bit. Vinin says the sidechain is a bit too much. I think it sounds fine in this one. Yeah, you always seem to have quite nice, like, interesting sounds, like sounds that you don't hear everywhere. Oh, Chris, I didn't realize that that was you in the chat before. Because I thought it was Chris Heaney before. And now it's just your first name. think that like guitar sound, I would make it a bit wider. It sounds mono at the moment. Oh, so you're saying when there's no kick, there doesn't need to be a sidechain. Yeah. Yeah, maybe remove the sidechain there, or at least like fade it out. And then when this bump comes back in, then you can bring that sidechain back in. I mean, it's not necessarily a bad thing to have sidechain with no kick. I do hear a few songs here and there with sidechain but no kick, because it's still rhythmic. Yeah, another nice one from Algan. Thanks for sending it in. Okay, is there any more? No more. Alright, I'm gonna end the stream here. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Thanks to everybody who donated, and we'll catch you next week. Have a great day, great Friday. Drink some beer if you drink alcohol. And yeah, thanks for tuning in.